Moi, je suis marraine d'enfants de toute origine, maman. Aujourd'hui, en fait, pratiquement tous nos enfants sont des métis. Métis soit par
神の御前に私たちは結婚の礼を行いました。今よりのち、私たちはお互いに全幅の至上を捧げて、愛々し、苦楽を共にし、千代や千代まで幸福な家庭を営み、終生変わることはありません。ここに意義のある人生を送ることを誓います。令和6年9月14日、ナイラニファンディ。田中彩子。新郎新婦山口拝礼でございます。皆様お立ちください。新郎新婦に合わされまして、二礼二拍手一礼のご作法をもちましてご拝礼ください。
En fait, pratiquement tous nos enfants sont des métis. Métis soit par des origines croisées, soit également par le fait qu'ils ne vivent pas ou n'ont jamais grandi sur les lieux qui ont bercé culturellement leurs parents. Et ce métissage entraîne des choix éducatifs particuliers. Quelle langue parler, quelle langue privilégier? Est-ce que introduire le multilinguisme tôt va impacter l'apprentissage des langues?
To raising bilingual children, here are some common approaches. One parent, one language. In this approach, each parent consistently speaks a different language to the child. For example, one parent might speak exclusively in English while the other parent speaks only in Spanish. Another approach is minority language at home. So this approach involves speaking the minority language at home while using the majority language outside of the home. What that would look like is if the family's native language is Spanish, but they live in an English-speaking country like the US, they would speak Spanish in the home and use English outside of the home, like at school, with friends, etc. And then there's time and place. With this approach, parents designate specific times or places for each language. For example, English in the home and only Spanish at grandma and grandpa's house. Or they might choose a specific language during certain activities like reading time or meal time. Okay, check out part 2 for a few more approaches and let us know in the comments.
Comme quoi nos enfants d'aujourd'hui sont capables d'être plurilingues, mais ça demande une discipline de la part des parents, ça demande également de partir tôt, d'être intentionnel. Moi, je suis très à cheval sur la parentalité. D'être intentionnel. Moi, je suis très à cheval sur la parentalité intentionnelle parce qu'il y a beaucoup trop de parents qui disent « on verra ». On verra quoi.
Let's settle this once and for all. Is pretending not to understand your bilingual child really the best way to get them to speak the target language? I'm Dr. Taylor Benyahia. I am a sociolinguist specialized in bilingualism, and I'm here to give you all of the research-backed tools to raise a bilingual child. Now, one of the biggest and most common challenges of bilingual parenting is just getting your bilingual child to use the target language. And if you've looked online, you might have seen some advice suggesting to pretend to not understand your child unless they use the target language. You just talk to adults who experienced this kind of strict technique. Some of them are really proud of it, and some of them felt like it was really harmful to their relationship with their parents. Now, researcher Elizabeth Lanza calls this strategy the minimal grasp technique, and she found that indeed it does kind of push a child to respond more in the target language, but it's really going more towards a monolingual technique, and it might not always respect a bilingual child's needs and thought process. In my work, I found that a few of her alternative techniques work really well and really maintain an open line of communication. One of those is called expressed guess, and this is where you rephrase or recast what your child has said, but in the target language and in the form of a question. So if your child says, Maman, je veux de l'eau. Oh, do you want some water or maybe a cup of juice? Rephrase what they've said as a question. Maybe even add on a little bit more context. 2, adult repetition. And this is where you simply translate what they've said. So if your child says, Umi, ateni, ateni. Oh, you want me to give you this? Sure, here you go. So try out these techniques and let me know how it goes.